Last week, I finished the legal drama series called Suits. I just have to say, I cannot believe it took me this long to watch the series. I never thought that this series would become one of my top 5 or top 6 favorite drama series that I've ever seen. One Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek, Sons of Anarchy, Breaking Bad, Friday Night Lights, and now Suits. Those are my top 6 favorite drama series of all time. Wow. What an amazing show. Amazing show. It ran for 9 seasons on the USA Network. And what's funny is that when I used to watch Raw on USA, I remember on TV Guide, I would see that Suits would play at 11 o'clock right after Raw. And it was one of those things where I've seen the name, but I never bothered to watch it because I would go to bed after watching Raw. And this was like in the mid 2010s, I would say, early to mid 2010s. But what an impeccable show. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the cast is just flat out amazing. Gabriel Macht, Patrick Adams. The first time I saw Patrick Adams when with Friday Night Lights, when he appeared for a few episodes on season 1, I believe it was. So when I started watching Suits, I immediately recognized him. Gabriel Macht, Patrick Adams, Gina Torres, Meghan Markle, Rick Hoffman, Sarah Rafferty. This other guy, Wendell Pierce. I mean, what a cast. What a cast. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you guys because I'm sure that a lot of you haven't seen the show. I just gotta say you had to see it. You had to see it. This show, I first started watching the show on Peacock. And then when I saw that Netflix added Suits to their streaming service, then I started watching it there because on Peacock, it would be interrupted with ads and things like that because when I had Peacock, I had the $4.99 and that's with ads. I don't longer have Peacock. And Netflix, I recently canceled Netflix. So right after I finished Suits, I immediately took off Netflix because there's just too many streaming services and I'm separating my needs and my wants. So I'm fine with Amazon Prime, Tubi, Pluto TV, and YouTube. So, but I'm fine with those for now. So, but the series was shot in mostly New York and Toronto as well. After season 8, the show got picked up for a couple of episodes. It wasn't the same because Gina Torres, Patrick Adams, and Meghan Markle, they left the show after season 8. And then Katherine Heigl was added to the cast in season 9. And she was outstanding. She played as Samantha Wheeler. So I felt good to see Katherine Heigl make that comeback. But the show overall is great. I mean, I recently found out that they did have a spinoff called Pearson, which is based on Gina Torres and her life in Chicago. The show's canceled after 1 season, but I still gotta watch it. I still want to see it, so I gotta check that out. The show was created and written by Aaron Korsh, and one of my favorite moments of the show, I mean, there's a couple of things. I like the chemistry between Harvey and Mike, played by Gabriel Macht and Patrick Adams. I love their chemistry in the show. I like the constant back and forth between Harvey and Louis Litt. Louis Litt is just a case in this show. Louis Litt, played by Rick Hoffman. There's one particular season that Rick Hoffman's acting performance is just through the roof, and I'll let you guys figure that out and see for yourself. Overall performances, I like Patrick Adams, I like Gabriel Macht, I like Gina Torres, I like those three. The chemistry between Patrick Adams and Meghan Markle in this series is one of the things that drives the show. So their relationship is something that I enjoy watching. There's just so many great things about the show that I love. So many great things. Performance-wise, the writing. I mean, just by the location, you know, a lot of good shots taken from New York was just great. It gives you that authentic law experience, I should say. I'm not a person that study law, but when you see shows like that, shows like Boston Legal, but I like Suits. I like Suits more. So those things, like, it makes you wanna dive into learning more about law. Not necessarily study law. Like, I'm not really it doesn't make me want to go and get a master's in law, but it makes me want to read about it and learn about it, you know. So, but man, Suits, incredible show. If you haven't seen Suits, I highly recommend it. It's on Netflix, it's on Peacock, so take advantage of it. Now, what I'm gonna do is, I gotta own it. I gotta have it either on Blu-ray or DVD. Anything that I got attached to it, that I became a fan of, I must own it. So yeah, I'm one of those people that believes in physical media, because let's be honest, it's gonna be on Netflix at some point. They're gonna take it off at some point, because all these shows and movies, they're in streaming services for a certain period amount of time. But yeah, I gotta own it. So Suits, one of my all-time favorite drama series, and I never thought that a legal drama series would be part of some of my favorite shows that I've ever seen. That does it for this video. Hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And you guys know how I always end my videos here on the MMA Journal. Be safe, and may God bless you all.